Good morning, how are you? I'm Matthew. You are in the moment and we are on location. I woke up this morning and I did exactly what I told myself I was going to do. I was going to make my way down to the Barrington Street encampment. I'm in the green space here. I have the new Cogswell roundabout right behind me, and I'm going to take you for a walk. I'll spin the camera around here in a moment so you can see what I see. I've been down in this green space a lot. Right now there's probably maybe 2 or 3 people living down here. But the reason I'm in here, and I put a picture up last night, a photo that was taken by Mariah Baker, and I used that photo and I used it in a post about a tent structure that I'm going to show you here in a couple of moments. Over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I'm just going to be honest with you, and this is just what I see. What I've seen over the last couple of weeks, and just specifically here in this green space, that tents are being dismantled. Now, from what I've seen in my experiences and talking with people and what I've seen with my own eyes, there are probably situations, circumstances where someone destroys their home. I mean, it's much different than, knocking a few things over in your bedroom or your kitchen, but to completely dismantle your living situation just doesn't make sense to me. And there's been a couple of situations where it's a bit of a head scratcher. Like a few nights ago, I scooter home. And when I'm scootering home, it's dark out. It's usually 10 o'clock or later. And I scooter along the Barrington Street bike path, pedestrian path that runs parallel with Barrington. And I can see the yellow stairs that they put in here, not too far, maybe 60 yards up the way. So that's where I'm going to take you. But I've seen a lot here, but to me, it doesn't make sense. And this next one is really a bit of a head scratcher because this structure has been here for a long time. If you have traveled into the city or out of the city for any length of time, whether it's in your vehicle, walking, biking, on a bus, you have seen this particular tent structure. Yesterday afternoon, on my way to work, about 1:30, the structure was standing. One of the most sound structures that you can have with a tent. More of like a teepee style setup. There was no storms yesterday. Yesterday was a fairly decent day, a bit windy. But the destruction that I'm about to show you was not caused by a storm. This was caused by someone else. So, in the time that I went to work yesterday at 1:30 to when I came home last night, about 10 o'clock, dark out, headlights are on my scooter. I'm going slow because there's so many rats up here. I've seen half a dozen rats scootering home in the last 3 days, like literally running out in front of me. So, on my scooter, I'm going slow enough that a jogger could pass me because I don't want to hit a rat and go ass over tea kettle on my scooter. So a lot of rats here, which tells me there's people down over the embankment and there's food. Enough of me on camera. I haven't even had my morning coffee. I really wanted to get down here and show you this. As it's 7 degrees, as Halifax comes alive for this 13th day of May. City's getting busy. It's going to be a fairly nice day, double digits. I think there's rain in the forecast tomorrow, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sunshine, looking at 20 degrees plus. So we just have to get through these next few days. So what I'm about to show you, thousands of people have seen this every single day, and there's a few things in here that people probably haven't seen. But this is something that I used to see when I was growing up, when I was younger. Before even being a teen, my pre-teens, my friends, we used to go into the woods and build camps. I'm seeing camps in some form of being built, and then contractors come in, the city comes in and dismantles it. So I want you to see this morning, in the comfort of your own home or wherever you are, I want to show you the reality of your fellow humans, Haligonians, Canadians, right here on the peninsula. So don't get mad at me. I'm just showing you. If you want to send this video off to the HRM, by all means, please do so. So I'm going to spin the camera around because I know I'm going to be getting closer to territory where I will be seeing rats. Okay, turn the camera around, and I'm going to walk towards the yellow stairs that were installed here just several months ago. There was a tent, a home that was at the bottom of the stairs, and within the last 12, 18 hours, someone destroyed it. Now, could it have been the occupant? Maybe. I met the occupant. Jen and I met the occupant of this tent a few weeks ago on Spring Garden Road. He actually received a bag from Hugs. So I don't know this particular individual per se, but I know to see them, and I just can't imagine anyone purposely destroying the structure that you call home. So, if there is someone out there who is deliberately destroying structures, you are playing a very dangerous game. Very dangerous game, because what I have learned, 2 words: street justice. And if someone is doing this and they get caught, will not be good for you. Okay, enough of me yammering. I'm going to turn the camera around. I'll spin it around again when I get up by the yellow stairs, but I know there's people up there, so I want to do my best to keep people out of camera, and I just don't need people approaching me. Okay, so I'll turn the camera around, give you an idea. This is the green space that runs parallel with Barrington, and we're heading out of the city. The Cogswell roundabout is right behind me. So those are some pretty big rat holes. So a few weeks ago, and again, hats off to the contractors who continuously come into this green space and clean this place up. A few weeks ago, scootering into work, I noticed that people were actually building a structure out of wood. And it wasn't a couple days later, contractors were in here with their saws and just dismantling it. Like, people are collecting wood and building wooden homes in Halifax in 2026. This isn't a fairy tale. This isn't the Three Little Pigs. Come on now, structures need to be a little bit more than that. So, there were people trying to survive. You see they got a fire pit there. Just gotta stop every once in a while, do a quick scan, make sure I'm here all by myself. Good, good. I don't recommend this for anyone to really walk down into these areas. But what I will say is I just have this energy where I feel protected. I believe I will be protected, and for 53 years I have been protected. So up the trail further, there is a blue tent that has been there for less than 2 weeks, so that's new. You know when people are moving in new because, well, the tents are new. So, this is what I saw last night that I found really disturbing. You know, headlights on, and what I do for work, you have to be observant. That's not normal. Like, you can see there's probably at least 3 layers of pallets. He probably has 16 or more pallets in there. You can see the branches that he was using. Again, just think of just a big teepee. So this here, this is a deliberate act of destroying someone's home. And in my post last night, I said that I didn't really see a lot of activity here. And by activity, I mean the occupant milling about. What are they going to do here? They come back to sleep. You can see the mattresses have been tossed out. All of this is garbage. All of this is ruined. So I don't know if the occupant did this. I don't know if someone else did this or other people did this. It wouldn't take long. But I know people are not in a good headspace when they're out here. I met this individual once, introduced myself, we shook hands, we had a great conversation on Spring Garden Road. This doesn't make sense to me. So I'm just going to leave you with this visual here. And again, I will say, I'm not from here. I'm not a Nova Scotian. I'm a New Brunswicker. I'm a Maritimer. I'm a Canadian. But as one human to another, if there's a group of people who are purposely going around, because this is the second one I've seen, they're the same situation at the other end of this green space. A few nights ago, saw someone down there with a flashlight. The next morning, someone's tent is completely destroyed. So, my message, if there is someone out there, or if there's a group of people out there who are doing this, who are deliberately destroying homes, this was not done by a storm. This was done by someone or some folks. You're playing a dangerous game. You're really playing a dangerous game, and I would, if you were to get caught doing this, I would fear for your safety. Now, I can't be more real. This is not just, this is someone's home. Someone's home was destroyed yesterday for reasons, and I had a really hard time sleeping last night. I really wanted to get out here and show you this morning. So, there's a few people scattered about here. The numbers, I saw maybe 7 structures up at the bus stop. I think a few of those might just be used for storage. But people are being handed these little pup tents. People are given tents where I can't imagine they can fully stretch out. Can you imagine just sleeping in the fetal position all night? And then if it's raining out, you don't go anywhere. People don't understand. I know, it's just crazy. But this is the future. We know this. Cost of living is too high. There's just going to be, by the week, more and more people out on the streets. Not just here in the HRM, not just in Nova Scotia, but just across the planet. Okay. Cheerio. Hope I cheered you up this morning. I'm going to go back and have a coffee. Share this. And again, and people will talk. So if someone is doing this, or if people are doing this, someone's going to start chattering. And if you know of someone who is deliberately going out and destroying people's homes, they are an awful person. So if you have someone in your life who is an awful person, perhaps they're doing this. I don't know. From the Barrington Street green space in Halifax, my name is Matthew, and you are currently caught up in the moment.